Hey USY Facts fans, I'm super excited to bring you a special event for Israel Independence Day, Yom HaAtzmaut. I'm Will Landman, founder of USY Facts and Metni USYer, and first I want to say that this couldn't have been possible without International Israel Affairs Vice President Sarah Hoffman. I met her on pilgrimage this past summer when I went to Israel for the first time, so I'm happy to bring you an awesome presentation that I worked on with her for the past couple of weeks. She was busy today and couldn't be able to make it for the video. So first on the agenda is to give you some information on the day and some information about Israel. Sarah gave this to me to say for her, wrote this herself, and this is what she says. Today is Israel's 63rd birthday. A great way to celebrate Israel's birthday and USY's connection to Israel is by learning all you can about USY's trip to Israel, pilgrimage, USY High, and the Chalutzim seminar. USYers who have participated on these programs have seen Israel through many different lenses, whether by touring the old city or learning about the political dynamic in Israel. The best way to learn about something is by immersing yourself in its culture. Take the opportunity to ask a USY about their trip to Israel and what they have learned. Sign up for one of these amazing programs so you can fully appreciate the wonders of Israel. To celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut, look on websites such as Jerusalem Post and Haaretz to learn about how Israel celebrates their independence. Take 5 minutes out of your day to tell a friend about the struggle that Israel went through to become its own country in 1948 and why its independence is so significant to the Jewish community. Sing Hatikva, dress in blue, love Israel. Check your email to learn more about Yom HaAtzmaut and ask USYers why they love Israel. So, also another trip that is important to check out and hear about from people is Try. Now, I'm going to read you some information on Israel that was sent out in emails by Sarah and by IGB member Ryan Sherman. The day is May 15th, 1948, and an announcement has just been made, officially proclaiming the independence of the State of Israel. The next day, 6 Arab nations declared war on Israel. The surrounding countries of Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Iraq all attacked Israel simultaneously. The newly established Israel Defense Forces valiantly defended their home until July of 1949. Armistice agreements were signed with the countries in a hopeful attempt at peace. The city of Jerusalem was split between Israeli and Jordanian rule. And last but not least, Israel was admitted to the United Nations. So now I'm going to show you some pictures, and I'm going to put some music back on. And then I'm just going to tell you what each picture is. So, as you can see here, this picture is David Ben-Gurion in the Tel Aviv Museum in 1948 announcing the establishment of the State of Israel. I've been there. It's a pretty cool place. I actually enjoyed learning about that. That was very interesting to me. So then, on this picture is the raising of an Israeli flag by the IDF and Eilat during the Independence War in 1948. So while I put these pictures up and you can see a picture of the Israeli flag, I'm just going to put some more music on. If you're wondering what some of these songs are, it's honestly it's a bunch of mixes that I have, like Israeli mixes, like combination of a couple of songs by this DJ named DJ Jewboy. I think he's from Shuzi. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But here's some more music. So here's some more information on Israel. In the year 1962, Adolf Eichmann, the mastermind of the final solution, is tried in court and sentenced to death. This is a huge deal since he's the only man to ever face capital punishment in Israel. The relative peace in the region was shattered in 1967 with the start of the Six-Day War. As a result of the Six-Day War, Israel gained control of the Golan Heights, Sinai Peninsula, Gaza Strip, and West Bank. Lastly, Israel declared Jerusalem to be the complete and unified capital of Israel. So now we'll look at the years 1978 to 1988. This decade was kicked off by Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin. Sorry if I'm butchering any names, by the way. I'm not the best person when it comes to pronunciation. Signing the Camp David Accords in 1978. Jerusalem Law was passed in 1980, reaffirming the annexation of Jerusalem in 1967 and declaring the city the eternal capital of the State of Israel. Jerusalem Law sparked some international controversy, leading to the UN Security Council Resolution 478. This resolution declared the law null and void and called for UN member states to withdraw their diplomatic missions in the city. In 1982, Israel intervened in the Lebanese civil war to destroy bases that belonged to the Palestinian Liberation Organization, or PLO. This operation developed into the First Lebanon War, which lasted until Israel withdrew from most of Lebanon in 1986. In October of 1986, Ron Arad, an Israeli pilot, was lost on a mission over Lebanon and eventually ended up in the hands of Hezbollah. Ron Arad has been missing in action, MIA, since, and is widely presumed dead. Israel remained along the border, maintaining a buffer zone for another 18 years until 2000. During November of 1984, Israel airlifted about 8,000 Ethiopian Jews from Sudan to Israel in what was called Operation Moses, Mitzvah Moshe. The first Intifada, Palestinian uprising, broke out in 1987 with waves of violence until 1991. So here is a picture of the Camp David Accords. So let's move on. On the next stop on this journey through time, we look at the years 1988 to 1998. In August of 1993, the Oslo Accords were signed, giving the Palestinian National Authority the right to govern parts of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. In 1994, the Israel-Jordan Treaty of Peace was signed, making Jordan the second Arab country to have non-aggressive relations with Israel. While leaving a peace rally in November 1995, Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pulled Israeli forces out of the part of the city of Hebron, Judaism's second holiest city. So I've actually been there, and it's pretty crazy to see the locations of everything and where it all went down. So then, during the 2000 Camp David summit, Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak offered a plan for the establishment of a Palestinian state, but Yasser Arafat rejected it. The Second Intifada began with the start of intensive terrorism against Israeli citizens. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas vowed in the days leading to the Sharm el-Sheikh summit, a meeting to discuss mutual interest in the end of the Al-Aqsa Intifada or Second Intifada. In February 2005, that it would mark the end of the Intifada. During the summer of 2005, Israel evacuated all Jewish communities in Gaza. The Qassam rockets from Gaza are fired into Israel on a regular basis since 2001. Gilad Shalit is an Israeli soldier who was captured on the 25th